Hey, sometimes waliako na kapisa. My daughter bought me this. We are waiting for 20 hours. I'm just here, Eddie, to show you that I'm serious. Thomas Zulu, I'm okay. I'm okay. In spite of missing my wife. Munene progress. Good evening. Now it's time to eat. I'm just, yeah, I'm just trying to finish up this so that, I can start. G4, Modu Alabu. Come and join me. The wife is now, the wife is gone now eating peace alone. Yeah, the boy. Mwamba Esten Mulenga. I've mentioned your name. Mwamba Esten Mulenga. Senior bachelor. Well, you can say that. My wife is coming anyway. Nyurongo Chiku. The only thing that can bring you back from the dead is the love of food. Fleming. Auma ala sakala. Auma. I don't know if it's Uma Sakala. So anyway, let me start with some preliminary issues. I want to emphasize, I have to keep on talking about this because a number of people still keep asking me for money, help, material help. I want to say this, that I am not a rich guy. Yes, I'm known by many people, but I'm not a rich guy. So please, those of you that need help, financial help and other things, I'm really not able to provide financial help. This is just the honest truth. I do manage. Yes, I can manage to buy a pizza. I can manage to buy a milkshake. I can manage to feed my family. But I have got so much pressure, even with my family members that I need to help. So really my resources, what comes to me, has got so many hands waiting for it. It's difficult for me to help out people out there. Please wait for the phone calls. I will open the phone line after making my introduction. So don't start calling now. I'll try by all means to make sure that by 2030 we open the phone lines. So by 2030, that's when we open the phone lines. So don't call now, by 2030. So I don't have much resources to spare or to go around. And yes, sometimes, you have a 50 kwacha, you have a 100 kwacha, you want to help. And some people ask as small as that. But I've come to learn that there are a number of crooks who are on social media asking for a 50 kwacha there, 100 kwacha there, and they are asking from different people. And at the end of the day, they make money. So I have just decided not to help through social media unless really I'm convinced. So those of you who ask for a 100 kwacha, 200 kwacha, thinking it is small, no, I've learned my lessons. That there are crooks, there are scams on social media. I don't help. So unless otherwise, I'm convinced I could be able to help in a small way. Otherwise, it's rare that I help financially. I don't have the resources. For those of you who are asking for jobs, I know a lot of you are looking for employment. I have no connections whatsoever to have people employed. My own wife was here for some time, and it was one of the problems that I had with my wife, that I couldn't get her a job. If I couldn't get a job for my wife, honestly, how do you expect me to get a job for you? My own relatives, yes, they do ask here and there, but I don't. I have no means of getting somebody a job. I have no means. Yes, people know me, but for me to go around asking them for help, I don't usually do that. I don't want to be compromised, or I don't want to feel indebted because somebody has done something for me, has done a favor for me, and then I should not be able to speak out. I don't want that. So yes, I've got my friends, who time and again they help me and I can talk to them, but really they are not that many. They are just a few of them. Then what is the other issue? Don't waste your time to ask me for a phone number from anyone. I don't give phone numbers. I don't give phone numbers. So don't bother to ask me, hey, phone number, GBM, phone number. I don't just give those phone numbers. Why? Because some people don't want to share their numbers. So I don't want to be the one giving around phone numbers. I just don't. Please don't ask me for phone numbers of other people. Don't. What else do I want to talk about? The list. Balufuma, please release that list. We know you don't have the money, but please release that list so that young people can know who has been accepted or who hasn't been accepted. Then they can decide on what to do. But please release the list. Let me answer this one. I'm only opening phone calls at 2030. 2030, please. 2030. So, Balufuma, please, Balufuma, release that list. We keep talking to you because you are the Minister of Defense. I am aware that even the police are supposed to, their list is supposed to come out. But for now, can you release the list? We know you don't have the money to take them for training, but at least release the list. Anyway, it is 20 hours. Let's go to the points, to the discussions of tonight. I will open phone lines at 2030. So I want to be as quick as I can so that I can allow a number of people to call in. Please, when you call in, try to restrict yourself to 2 minutes. Try to restrict yourself to 2 minutes. Try as much as possible to make your points within 2 minutes. There are so many people that want to call in, and I want to take in as many calls as possible, because this is your program. This is the Zambian voice. That is what I mean when I say the Zambian voice. I want you people to be heard. Tonight, I know a number of government officials are sitting, wanting to listen to what I'm going to talk about, and they also want to hear from you. So address them. When I open the phone line, speak to them. Don't fear. This is your country. This is your freedom. As long as you are not insulting, please, I want you to be as bold as you can be, as truthful as you can be. Tell these people so that they can hear you. Let President Hakainde Hichilema hear you. Let the ministers hear you. Let the DCs and all the other leaders, let them hear you. If I say something here which you don't agree with me, please don't feel shy or whatever. Just say, I don't agree with you. This is what I think. This is a democracy. We're trying to promote democracy here. So don't fear not to agree with me. If you don't agree with me, you say what you have to say. But of course, this is my program. So first, I give my opinion. I give my opinion, I give my points, and thereafter, you can react. It doesn't matter who it is. You can call in. Where we are going in future, I want to be calling some of these people, to be calling Vamusokotwane, for example. Wabatumina Vamusokotwane, Panapa program, Vamusokotwane, Chirishani, Mshemo Ali, Yamo, out at Tualilemo. But no matinga Tamualilemo, Chirishani, that is the kind of thing that I'm looking forward to. And I want you people to support me in ways that you can. I want people to help me in terms of technology, because I think we can do better. We can do better in terms of technology. We can have maybe a few other gadgets and so on and so forth. We can do better with that. So those of you who have got some good technical know-how on how we can improve this, I will be glad to learn from you. Other people, if you have anything that you want to help me with, please help me, and so that we can continue with what we are doing. Let me go on, because I don't want to miss out on the phone calls. I want to open the phone calls at 20:30. So the first issue that I want to talk about is the Ministry of Education. Tonight, I want to discuss the Ministry of Education. Now, this government generally came into government. It came into power with the hope that they will get money from IMF and they will get money from their friends. President Hakainde Hichilema was highly expectant of getting money from his friends and the IMF. And based on this, they planned a number of activities around the IMF. But clearly, as we have seen, the IMF really looks like it's far-fetched. It might not even come. It might not even come. It is shrouded into negotiations of debt restructuring, where China has come up and has put, has taken a position which is very difficult. Somehow they are locked between the Western countries and the East, if I could put it that way. Now, this fight has really messed up the plans of the UPND, and I'll be talking about it more tomorrow when I'll be talking about the summit. This summit that is coming, I'll talk about more about the summit tomorrow. But for tonight, I'm basically telling you that we have a mess, that the programs, many programs in the Ministry of Education will not take off. This year, if you look at the budget, there is a plan. There was a plan of employing, I think, about 15,000 or so teachers. There are a number of teachers that were supposed to be employed. Unfortunately, these teachers this year, according to the budget, will not be employed. I am telling you, this year, I don't see teachers being employed. So those of you who are expecting that, no, maybe this year I'll be considered, my brothers and sisters, you might just consider doing something else. Because this government, I don't see this government employing more teachers this year. Yes, somebody would say, no, but they employed a lot of teachers, whatever. So, no, I'm talking about what is in the budget. In the budget, there is a portion where this government is supposed to employ teachers. Unfortunately, I don't see that happening. And I think I can speak about the Ministry of Health as well. I don't think they will employ people this year. I think just forget about it. Don't be cheated. Don't be cheated. Don't keep on holding on to false promises. You see, this is the problem when you have people that are making false promises. When people make a promise, you keep on holding on to it, thinking that things will be okay, and yet it doesn't come. So me, I am opening your minds, I'm opening your eyes, that there is no recruitment of teachers, of health workers. It will not come. It will not come. This is why you are also seeing them struggling to release the list, because they wanted to excite people. They saw that they are messing up in many things. So the only way they can excite people is to create jobs in education, in government. In government. That is the police, the soldiers, whatever, these people. But unfortunately, this government is financially stressed. This government is financially stressed. I don't see them employing because they don't have the money. Read my lips. I'm speaking from a well-informed position. This government doesn't have money to recruit people. That they don't have it. This is why they are even struggling to release the list. But for the list, we will have to push them. They will have to release the list for those soldiers and whatever. They should release that one. Because they started it last year. They have already taken the names. They just have to finish that process. But for other processes whereby you are waiting that no government might consider me this year, I don't think so. It will not come. Why? Because they don't have the money. Why don't they have the money? They don't have the money because they were expecting money from the IMF. But the deal of the IMF now is shrouded into these Cold War or what is this economic war between China and America. And I don't see that IMF deal happening this year. Behold, what is going to happen is that soon this government will have to start repaying the debts, because at the moment, this useful idiot of a doctor who is in a diplomatic corps, he likes talking about Kalova. There is one useful idiot of a diplomat. He is called a doctor. He likes talking about Kalova. But come on, I mean, you can bootlick your way to become a diplomat, but don't continue cheating people. At some point, especially if your name is preceded by the title doctor, at least be realistic. Say the truth. You can't be a cadre and your name is preceded by doctor, and you are a diplomat, but you are just too much of a cadre. I mean, I don't have a problem with people, differing with my opinion, but I have a big problem when they are lying. When they are lying, especially if they have got these titles, these big titles, doctor, diplomat, and he keeps lying, keeps cheating people. I feel my blood boils when I read that useful idiot of a diplomat. When I read his comments, it really pains me. You are talking about Kalova. No, this government is sorting out Kalova. Which Kalova is this government sorting out? Which Kalova is this government sorting out? Because as we are right now, this government is not paying any debt. They are not servicing any debt. And this is the time that they were supposed to shine. This is the time that they were supposed to shine. But unfortunately, I'm telling you, the IMF deal is not going to happen. And then very soon, this government will be called to start servicing those debts that they are talking about. And I mean, PF is gone. PF is gone. And yes, it's true. There was corruption in PF. But I don't think it is true to talk as if the money that the PF got just went into their pockets. I don't think that is right. There are so many things that they did which now needs maintenance. Unfortunately, this government is just going to mess up. So anyway, I don't want to digress too much. The point is, because I want you people, you know, when you know what is on the table, you can plan. Plan yourself. Don't expect that this year, if you are a teacher, that you'll be considered. It's not going to happen. These people don't have money to employ this year. But for those people that they have released, that they have taken the names, that they push and whatever, we want those names to be released. That's why I'm doing everything possible. Every day I'm talking about it, because I don't want them to go to sleep. I want them to release that list. But for further recruitment, I don't think it's going to happen. It's not going to happen because, one, they don't have money. And then secondly, if you talk about education, in education, you see, there are a number of people that government can take as teachers. There are a number of people that government can take as teachers. And so far, that list is full. That list of a number of teachers that this government can take is full. It is full, it is full, it is full. And unfortunately, they messed up in the way that they employed these. That's why you have seen that among those that they employed, some of them are not yet on the payroll. Why are they not on the payroll? Because the number in the system has been exhausted. The number in the system of people that they are supposed to take has been exhausted. That is why some of you teachers who are not on the payroll, you are not on the payroll, because the number has been exhausted. You have to wait for somebody to die. You have to wait for others to retire. And that is when they can put you there. But come on, how many people die in a year? How many people retire in a year? So there are not so many. So that is a challenge that this government is having. And unfortunately, the minister doesn't want to be honest. This is the problem with this government. They don't want to tell the people the truth. They lie, every day lying. Tell the people the truth, even if the news is not good. Tell them, because at least if you tell them, then they know. Then they know they can make plan B. They can know what to do. Not exciting them on lies. There is no employment of teachers. Even those of you, you are waiting to be put on the payroll. I don't think it's going to happen this year. That is, those are the reasons. Number one, there is no money. Number two, I mean, they have just taken enough. They have exhausted the number that they need. And then the third point is that this very IMF, one of the conditions is to scale down on workers, government workers. So how do they scale down when they want to employ? So this is a challenge. That's why they are even struggling. Even with this list, they are struggling, because IMF condition is that scale down your emoluments, you know, the salaries and the allowances that you pay, scale down. So they have a challenge there. So this is a situation in which we are. I am opening your minds. I'm telling you the truth. The truth that this government will not tell you. They don't have the money. They were expecting money from IMF. IMF is not giving them money. And on top of that, IMF is actually demanding that they reduce on government workers. How do you expect them to employ you? It's a challenge. It's a challenge. And they don't have plan B, because their plan A to Z was IMF. Now that IMF is not giving the money, it's going to be a problem. Brace yourself for hard times where we are going forward. These people don't have a plan. Their plan was IMF. Their plan was IMF. But now IMF is almost getting off the table. And since it's getting off the table, brace yourselves, my brothers and sisters, for the hard times ahead. It is a pity that, when this government was employing people, they just considered employing new people instead of upgrading teachers. I know a number of teachers, you have been waiting to be upgraded. Some of you entered with certificates. You upgraded, you have a diplomas. Some of you entered with diplomas. You upgraded, you have degrees. Some of you have done masters, PhDs, and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, this government of under 5, maybe let me not say of under 5. Okay, this government of apprentice, job on training, they didn't know about these things. They didn't know about these things. And even that minister, I mean, I don't think, from the way I've analyzed things, I don't think Hichilema is really holding that ministry efficiently, with proficiency. I don't think so. I think that ministry seems to be so big because he's usually thinking about primary school. He forgets about secondary school. And if you talk about tertiary school, worse off. I don't think Hichilema understands that Unza, Copperbelt University, Evelyn Horn, Mulungushi, and wherever, they fall under him. I don't think he realizes that. That ministry seems to be too big for the way, for his capacity. That ministry is too big for his capacity, such that there are a lot of things that are not happening. One of those things that I'm talking about, it's this upgrading of teachers. I don't think Hichilema realizes that, teachers that have upgraded themselves need to be upgraded. I don't think he realizes that. And he's hearing it maybe for the first time here. Yes, I'm here to help you, sir. I'm here to help you, honorable. Teachers who have upgraded themselves need to be upgraded, even in the system, even in the salary scales. They need to be upgraded. They need to be upgraded. But now, you don't seem to know about this. So you don't seem to have a plan, really. What's that it's showing me here? Oops. So they don't seem to have a plan for the teachers that have. I want to tell you, a minister, and the rest of you in this government of apprentice. This is the problem. You should understand governance system. Teachers, it's not just because no, those are on payroll, that's it. No, they have upgraded themselves. You need to motivate them. You need to encourage them to get educated. And you have not considered, since you came into power, you have not considered upgrading teachers. And what you should have done is, when you were employing, you should have first considered those that had upgraded themselves. You move them forward so that you create space for the new one and you put them there. Now, the challenge that is there now is that, imagine, let me give you a practical example so that you understand what I'm talking about. There are teachers. Let's imagine a teacher went to college and got educated, and he had a diploma, and he started teaching, and he has been teaching, let's say, for 10 years. And in that 10 years, he upgraded himself 3 years ago. And in that 10 years, of course, he has taught some people who have completed school, and they went to university, and they have got degrees. Now, him at the moment in the system is still being considered as what? As a diploma holder. And yet he has upgraded himself. And somebody who completed school 3 years ago goes to college or to university, gets a degree, he comes back, that person, according to government salary scales, he will be in a higher scale. And yet the teacher who taught that person is still in the lower scale. And imagine how it feels. A person that you taught becomes a teacher, and he starts getting more money than you. And not because you have not upgraded yourself. You have actually upgraded yourself. You now have a degree. You now have a master's. But because this government has not upgraded you, somebody comes with a higher qualification, they actually get more money than you. That is very frustrating, and these are real issues. These are not issues just for political mileage. These are real issues. Teachers who have upgraded themselves, they need to be upgraded. They need to be recognized. Unfortunately, this government is not doing this. Basia Kalima, listen to this. Listen to this. You need to upgrade teachers. You need to upgrade teachers. I know you are struggling. You don't have resources and everything, but you need to consider this. And you need to be talking about this. You need to be talking about this. Tell those teachers what is the position. When are you going to upgrade them? Tell them. Tell them. Don't just ignore them. These are Zambians. These are people that are serving the nation. Can you please consider this? Can you please consider this? Hakainde Hichilema, there are teachers who need to be upgraded. You are frustrating them by putting them in the lower bracket when they have upgraded themselves to be in the higher brackets. These young ones are coming in. Some of them, they even taught them. They are above them. They are going above them. They are going to get more money than them. It is not fair. It is an injustice. Can you please look into this matter? And look, the other issue is the issue of regionalism in the Ministry of Education. This issue of regionalism is very much prevalent. It's phenomenal. It's really phenomenal. Why? I can tell you, just now, the number of what you call the district education officers, a number of them, those that they have appointed, this government has elevated a number of these, district whatever, provincial whatever, a number of them, they are coming from one region. A number of people have been brought up. But fine, it is okay. As long as they are Zambian, for me, I don't have a problem. The problem is coming in is that these people that you are promoting on party lines, because they are cadres, on regionalism, some of them, they don't know the job. And this is the problem that we have. You are putting people in big positions who don't know the job, who don't have the experience. Some of them, they have not even worked in government for a long time. And you are putting them there just because Muntu Mutonga, just because Muntu Mulozi, you put them there. Leaving out people that have served the government for a long time. Leaving out people that have got experience. You are leaving out. This is the problem of regionalism. You are compromising our education system. Especially in education, this matters. Education must be qualitable. Education should not just be quatilubatisho, where you are putting water and you come out at no, I'm baptized, I'm educated. No, it must be qualitable education. Unfortunately, these cadres that you are bringing, they are compromising education system. They are compromising education system. Please choose people on merit. In education, meritocracy is paramount. In education, meritocracy is paramount because you are teaching people. It's about what you have. You can't go in education and, function if you don't have it in your head. You must first have it. You can't teach people what you don't have. You can't. And it doesn't matter because somebody's in the office. No. How is he going to supervise that education that is being dispensed is qualitable if somebody doesn't have the prerequisite experience, prerequisite knowledge. How? You are compromising education with your tribal appointments as well as, political appointments. In education, you don't need that. In education, you need meritocracy. You need meritocracy. It is important. And look, I was saying that our minister, he seemed to be oblivious of what is happening in his ministry. Right now, as we are talking, we don't have, I think, a vice chancellor at University of Zambia. I don't think we have a vice chancellor at Copperbelt University, Mulungushi University. I don't think we do. These university chancellor was fired, and you are fighting in court, but you have not replaced him. How do you expect University of Zambia to run? Mulungushi University, same situation. Copperbelt University, same situation. And these are the big universities that we have. So how are they going to function? Then you have these boards which you have appointed, these boards which are temporal, full of cadres who are just there to make money. They are even increasing their allowances. Come on, Basia Kalima, wake up. Wake up. These issues need to be addressed. Education is very important. You can't have universities without chancellors. We need those chancellors. We need, substantive boards to be in these universities. Nachimikulila. Chamikulila Basia Kalima. Maybe give somebody else. But otherwise, what is happening is not right. It's not right. And then talk about monies now. Talk about these monies. You're talking about free education. You are sending money to these schools, but people are failing to access the money. What is the point of saying, no, we have sent money to schools, but people can't access that money? They can't access that money. And then, I'm telling you, there is so much inefficiency. The money is allocated differently, but you are not sending money in those different components where you need to fund them. Because you need to fund different components of education. There is primary, there is secondary, there is OVC, there is OVC, there is secondary. I mean, you need to fund all these components. There are examinations. You need to fund them. But because of your incompetence, you are just putting money in one component. No, we have funded. You send money into secondary. We have given money. But you are forgetting about early school, early education. You are forgetting that. You are forgetting OVCs. You are forgetting universities. There is so much incompetence currently. There is so much incompetence, and these things, they are real. I'm mentioning them. Those who are in education, you agree with me that what I'm talking about is actually true. Fund all the different components and let the schools run. Don't just boast about free education, and let people access that money. You can't send money to schools and lock it up. People fail to use it. I mean, you would rather keep your money and let the schools run as they used to run with PTAs. You have complicated the jobs of the headmistresses and the headmasters. With your money, with your free education, you say free education, and yet they are not accessing the money. You are compromising our education system. Please, work on these issues. Work on these issues. These are real issues. Basia Kalima, these are real issues. I'm not just politicking here. My goodness, time is going. I think I will not talk about the mines. I'll skip the mines. I'll talk about the Ndola dual carriageway. The mines, I'll talk about it tomorrow because I need time to talk about the mines. I need time. There's a lot that is going on. There are thieves. There are people who are eating money, and I want to call out their names. Jack Ma, you Chinese man. Tomorrow I'm talking about you. Mumwewe, tomorrow I'm talking about Jack Ma, that thief. I'm not scared to say this. Jack Ma is a thief. Jack Ma is a criminal. Jack Ma is eating money with a UPND. Is eating money with a UPND. Is eating money with State House. Tomorrow I'm talking about Jack Ma. For now, I will put it aside because time has gone. I want to open the phone calls. So let me quickly just talk about ba mirupi na wa Ntwankan na wa Musokotwane. Munia yesterday said these two received $250,000 in their bank accounts. That's what Munia alleged. Today, both ministers have come out to defend themselves, to refute those allegations. They have said, no, we didn't receive that money. We are above board. They have refused, having had received that money. Now, that is Munia. I'm not saying Munia, what Munia said, whatever. I'm leaving it there. I'm leaving the Munia issue aside. And I'm leaving your statements aside. Here is my take. I'm giving you my take. My take. And my take is very simple. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not talking about Munia. As far as I'm concerned, I believe that this government, listen to me very carefully. This government, including Hakainde, Hichilema and his ministers and whoever, there is no way they would have entered into that raw deal, into that bad deal of Lusaka and Dollar Dual Carriageway if they didn't eat. If they didn't eat. For me, this is my challenge. My challenge to you, ba Musokotwane, ba Milupi, ba Hakainde Hichilema, Frank Tayali, and the rest of you. I am saying, if you didn't eat, ngatamwadi le mama kickbacks, if you didn't take kickbacks, how come you signed such a road deal? This is my question. This is my simple question. How come if ngatamwadi lemo, how could you sign such a road deal? How could you sign such a road deal? How did you bring in the Italian mafia in this? How did you give this contract to Italian mafia? How did the Italian mafia come in? The Italian mafia who has captured this government. Because yes, we talk about we say Edgar Lungu was captured by Vauden Findlay. I want to tell you that the real capture is in this government. This government is captured. I don't think they are making any decision of their own. Even sleeping, I'm sure, wale watumina my phone to say, okay, kalale nomba. Because, I mean, they are so corrupt. And they are so, they are puppets. They are big puppets, big time. They are being controlled by their incessant appetite for money. That is what is controlling them. They are businessmen who are hungry to make money. All these guys, if you look at them, they are nothing but businessmen who are here to make profit. And from my point of view, according to me as Chilufya, the public lawyer, I tell you, there is no way this government would have signed that deal if at all they didn't eat. They signed that deal because they ate. And from my point of view, I don't think they ate 250,000 kwacha, $250,000 each. No. They ate more and they will continue eating. They will want to be eating from that road for as long as that contract exists. They know in 2026 they are not coming back, but they are making sure they plant their economic interests, their business interests in our assets, in our mines, in our roads, in agricultural supply, in medicine. They are putting their interests there. That's why that's why we don't have, medicines in the hospitals. Because they are busy trying to organize themselves to bring in the mafias, to be supplying medicines, to be mining, to be owning various government infrastructure. That is what this government is all about. So for me, Bamirupi, you can say whatever you want. Bamusokotano, you can say whatever you want. I am challenging you to say, if at all you didn't eat, if at all you didn't eat, if at all you were not corrupted, not 250, not 300, not whatever, if you didn't eat, how come you signed such a bad deal? How come? Because honestly, who does that? That road is a bad deal. Even if you are a praise singer, from whichever angle you can look at it, it smells corruption. It smells corruption big time. And not corruption of $250,000. It smells big corruption. In terms of money, in terms of time, it smells corruption. Takwa abafie. You hire those people and you call it PPP. That these people are going to get money. They are going to bring money. Why didn't that Italian mafia go to Italy to bring money into Zambia? Why? How come this Italian mafia is getting money, our pensions money? That is the money that they are using to build that road. And you are saying it's PPP. How can it be PPP when these investors have resourced money, have sourced money from the same country? From Zambia here, they have gotten our Zambian money. How dumb can you be? How dumb can you be? You say it's PPP. They must look for money elsewhere. But they come and get money from our institution. And you call it PPP. And they are going to build that road using our money. After they build that road using our money, then they will start collecting money from Zambians. Collecting money from Zambians. And pay back to the pensions and NAPSA. Does that make sense? Why didn't NAPSA and the pensions, why didn't they look for contractors? Why didn't we say, okay, let's give these, and they would have looked for contractors and they would have built the road. And we would have paid back the money to NAPSA straight. Now, we have called these guys and look for money. But they go and borrow money, our money, build the road, and then start collecting money from us, make profit on top of it, and we will continue, paying for the road. And for 25 years, what will remain of that road? What will remain of that road? So surely, va Milupi, va Musokotwani, va Hakainde Hichilema, Frank Tayali, I'm telling you, you people, it is not making sense that you would sign such a road deal, Ngatamwali. It makes a lot of sense to believe that these people did this because of corruption. You did this because of corruption. Otherwise, there is no way you would enter into such a deal. I think, like I said, I want to take as many phone calls as possible. And I promised you that I will open phone lines at 2030. I want to stick to that. It is now 2038. I want to take those phone calls. You can start calling in and make your contributions. You can bring up anything that you want the government to know. You can bring it up. Or if there is something that you can also... Let me just text. Phone calls have started coming in. So yeah, you can call and talk about some of these issues that we have raised, or you can bring up any other issue. This is your program. You can say whatever it is. You can bring up anything that is of your interest. Okay? This is your program. So there we go. That is our first call. Hello? Hello.
Hello, evening, Mr. Tayali.
Good evening, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Contribute on the corruption issue.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Because I remember when President Hichilema was in opposition, these are the things that they promised the people of Zambia to fulfill, to say no. When we're in power, we will fight corruption. You see, and just a week ago, President Hichilema was busy making statements in Kupabelt saying what President Lungu is doing is kutumba. He shouldn't be moving to Chechi, like expressing himself. You see, he has failed to deliver. Now what he's doing is blaming Mr. Lungu of going from church to church, trying to express himself. Is there any law that stops a former president to comment on national affairs?
Yeah, of course there is no law. Yeah.
There's no law. Because even if they say no, it's out of active politics, but he has got a right of expressing himself.
Yeah.
You see?
Sure. Thanks very much, Mwana. Your 2 minutes is over. Let me accommodate.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for coming through. Thank you. So, yes, you can call in, express yourself. You can talk about the issues that I've spoken about or any other issue of your interest. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tayali.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm the Mwana.
Inenji kusolwezi kunoni ne James.
Okay.
Inecho ndefu anjiri shanyeko fye kuli wa president wesu. According nephew balese ndefintu tabakwete omuchinshi pali Edgar Lungu wawe. Tabakwete respect. A good leader be must lead an example. Not sure kunta shukula.
Lost that one. Let me pick another one. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Mr. Tayali.
Hello?
Yes, hello, Mr. Can you hear?
Oh, my network seems to be bad. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Tayali.
Please go ahead.
Yes, just hold on. Let me put. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Benjamin. I'm watching you from Cairo, Egypt.
Oh, from Egypt. Wow. Ish. I would love to be in Egypt,
Yes, I usually watch you every day. Every time you're live, I always,
Oh, is it? You are Zambian?
I like, yes.
Oh, nice.
I'm Zambian.
Nice. I want to come to Egypt. You should invite me.
I will, of course, definitely. I will one day, definitely.
Please.
I'm coming soon anyway. I'm just cut back to the farming soon. I bought a land like 20. Yeah.
Oh, good.
20-acre farming.
Good. Anyway, let me not take your time. Please, express yourself. What do you have to say?
It's regarding, I just wanted to ask because I saw Honorable Mune Zulu was talking about the 250,000 corruption which has gone missing. I don't know whether it's through the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Infrastructure. What's going on? Because this has been confirmed by Munir, that's Munir, the Member of Parliament. So are you aware about this issue, or did you hear about it, or what are you thinking, or if you know about it, what's going on regarding this contract that they're making the highway, the new highway?
I think
what's going
you
on regarding that?
I think you didn't hear part of the program. I just spoke about it towards the end of this program. Nonetheless, I will talk about it. I'll talk about it later on as we are summarizing. But thank you very much for coming through. Is this your beautiful daughter that you have here?
Yes.
Ah, very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, my man. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Continue with the high spirits, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, that's from Egypt. You know, it's nice to be on this program. So basically, he was trying to talk about the issue of Munia Zulu, and what I said on this program is that I will not delve into the Munia Zulu issue because you know, the minister said no, we didn't receive that money. The ministers have said we didn't receive that money, and fine, I will not delve into it. But from my point of view, the question that I'm asking is, if these people didn't eat, if these people in government didn't eat money, how come they signed such a bad deal? If they didn't eat, how come they signed such a bad deal? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, Mr. President.
Please go ahead.
Yes. I just want to take this one, the one you said for the roads. Huh? Yeah, on the roads, I think the UPND government, they are not doing it as any favor. I think they are focusing on their own pockets rather than the concern of the majority Zambians.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Then things are very bad, Mr. President. Things are very, very bad in the country. You see, poverty is increasing. And on the other side, the same government, UPND government, they are freezing other people's accounts. We are going to rise against this government if they continue playing with us. We are going to rise against them. Why are they freezing other people's accounts? Freeze my accounts here now. Whatever Jama companies, Wazambo Vala, then Tizambo Soe and Chitways. Please advise them more, because what they are doing, they are going to bring war in the country. We are tired of this. Let them let them prosecute fast. We forge ahead. Other than just the account, then you see these people, they are not only connected to PF alone. We also, as their workers, we are connected to them. So dealing with them, they are also dealing with us indirect.
Thank you. You have made a very good point.
Are you there?
Yes, you have made a very good point. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening.
Thank you. I first want to comment on the caller that talked about the fact that this government does not respect the former president. I think it's not today when we have seen the current president not respecting the former president. Even when Lungu was president, President HH never used to respect the former president. So it cannot happen now when he failed to actually accord him the respect he would accord him when he was the president of this republic. Now, in leadership, that's a very bad spirit because it affects the future and it sets up a very bad precedence. Then secondly, when we look at the corruption that is taking shape in this nation, I think last time I called on these programs, I talked about the youths. I think we seem to have a problem of tolerating our leaders do whatever they feel like doing. And if you observe, it's the youths that are even supporting them. Most of the praise singers are the youths.
It's true.
But they are forgetting that these people are actually enriching themselves and their families, and they are robbing this nation of whatever natural resources that we have. They are partnering with people that are foreigners and taking whatever little that has remained so far. We are supposed to rise above board and reclaim our properties, reclaim our land, reclaim everything that we need to have as a nation, minerals. If you remember, recently there is an issue of the land that has been sold to a foreigner. When Zambians, they are failing to give us land. Even just these small pieces of land, you find is a challenge to be given to Zambians. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You timed your 2 minutes well. Please, let's try to keep our 2 minutes. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sure. Thank you so much for this privilege. I've got a few straightforward issues that I want to make. To start with, my first point is that our president, the current president, Mr. HH, is completely lost. He's got nothing to show that he's got a direction where he's going to. And the other thing is that he shouldn't be playing a blame game on Mr. Lungu. He's the one having the instrument of power. Let him forget about the former president and concentrate on his duties, because time is ticking. He's got no time to waste. Number two, this attitude of selecting or choosing Tongas or people from a certain region is bad. Because the reason as to why I'm saying it's bad is crossing for those people. It's not crossing up for those people who be having those chances to come and be leaders in the near future. People from those regions, this segregation is creating won't be done with is taking a teach for those people. No one is going to forget this what is happening. So you should also remember that if 5 years term of office comes to an end, these people will be treated badly by these people who are witnessing. The other point is the third one. The president has got the highest number of advisors, but surprisingly, when he meets them, he's the one advising them. Because you can't tell us to say these advisors of his are not seeing what is happening on the ground. They are seeing, but how come he's not getting the advice from them? The other thing says, I'm rushing. I
Yes.
need to.
Okay.
I
Okay.
need to tell the truth. The other thing is the other thing is Mr. I believe HH is got a reputation of being wise, of which today I'm starting to I'm starting to doubt, because when someone is at UNZA, someone is considered to be very wise, but it's very much different from what we are seeing from him now, because we used to see him from afar, but now that he's in leadership, what he's trying to show up out to the people, and even the people, to the people abroad is quite different. So,
Hello. Please don't call using video. Just call normal calls, not video. Don't call video. Just normal call. Just take normal calls, please. Just call me on normal calls. He's calling on video, not video, please. Not video. Not video. Just normal calls. Don't call me on video. Oops. Hello? Yes, good evening. Good day. Your number is different. I don't know what time it is where you are. Where are you, sir?
Hello?
Hello?
Evening, President Charlie. This is Paul from New York City.
New York City. Oh, good. What time is it there?
Hello?
What time is it now?
It's 2:54. Zambian time, it's about 14:54.
Oh, 1454. Okay. Please go ahead.
Problem nayo Dr. President Tayali ni problem nayo pale wa president watu ife mazambi napanga problem ikulu maningi mungatenge bwanji muntu amene anachita privatization vintu vonse kumpanga president muli serious mu mazambian Zambia yanka yabwino Zambia chitanga yako bwino as long as chimu natenga che vantu amene anachita privatization ma assets ya Zambia ufuna kuziwa chata iya sanga kwa lisenza nazo president izo sizi yake bitcoin zake alinga pale Zambia ni aliyesikia langani le dola 21 point something almost 22 ndipo mfungo tu mundu akangiwa wakulead zale machetingo such a complain every day president Tayali things will never be better in Zambia as long as UPND ikalipo so asibali kwa America katika mbale asimba wamna swali kwa pampam so kwa mbili zo tot kwa Zambia Africa next time akaziwe mtu anasha privatization masset ya Zambia simugamsange unkala leader don business man mamusi ya chanda kasita business wakazisa tomato kushowetu chiche better sikomo kwa mbili
Zikomo, thank you. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. You are so clear. It's like you are speaking next door.
Ngo, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. Please go ahead.
Yes. Me, I want to just contribute on what inspired in Ndola, whereby Okotumpoko, the following day, my president went to the church, and those churches leaders from Copper Belt, they didn't. I don't know whether they advised him or no, but President Malanda, if he is so and so, at least is it okay you can withdraw those words? Or you know, churches in Zambia, they are okay. The sort of a church is going down or at a daily basis in Zambia. This is what we are seeing. You understand my point, sir?
Yes.
Yes. So at least if they would, but President, if otherwise giving him the platform to speak, while he insulted the following day, for me, is giving me that we don't know. That's why somebody posted on Facebook last time that we haven't lived God, but we have living the churches. Meaning the churches in Zambia, they are compromised with the politicians or whatever we call them. But anyways, it's Zambia. We will understand the thing nowadays. Thank you very much. I love your platform. I follow you every time, but this is the thing which was in my heart, whereby I needed to speak it out.
Thank you.
The leaders of churches, seriously, they are compromising these things. They are not telling these leaders the truth, that this is B, or this is a spoon, this is a spade. No, nothing like that.
Thank you, my brother.
Please.
Thank you. Hello?
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 Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Calling you from Frila, Mr. Mwewa, on the Copper Belt.
Okay, how is Mufrida this evening?
Frila is okay, very cool.
Is it still raining or it has completely stopped now?
It has stopped, but yesterday it rained the whole night.
Oh, okay. Please go ahead and express yourself.
Thank you very much.
This is the Zambian voice.
Yeah, I just want to kulanda pale vakateka veso va president ka HH. Hello? The way I've seen things going, if I'm going anything to Philaenda, vakateka veso is completely lost here, has lost it. In the first 1-2 years. One, vakateka veso valikuwa tolupato too much. And you know, people have talked about it, just like the other callers said, we should whatever my advisors say. My advisors who advise is the one who is advising the advisors. So it's a very wrong one. It's just like that in Boni. If you are what I change. And I'm a manners out to go back here to Valley. And on tribalism, I foresee this president who will have a problem one day. Mark my words. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, I just want to find out why is it that on the list there you just talk about the teachers. How about the Minister of Agriculture? Since when did they do the recruitment? And some few months ago there was a recruitment which was going on in Murungut privately.
Oh.
People from graduate from NRDC, they have not been recruited for so many years. So please, even that you need to do. No, agriculture, there people are not being employed even there. So, and you know, when you look at the agendas of the president, when he was campaigning, he was talking about revamping agriculture. And I've seen nothing. There's no agenda. I don't even know the Minister of Agriculture. I don't know. We do not know. If that fella is still there, we don't know. This is now what happened, Mr. Tayali. Let me now tell you. Even you people, when you come into, we told you. Stop mistreating your own people. It is because of the same behavior that the PF did. That's why we're in this mess. So, please talk about even agriculture. Let's also look at into agriculture issues. People, the agriculture. Remember, I think some few months ago they were protesting.
Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Yes, future President Tayali. Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much. I received that. Indeed, it shall come to pass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. God bless you.
Thank you.
Boss, nifuna naine nikambego pali chintu bantu wansa chamene bakamba po pali respect former President Edgar Lungu. I think that statement today mona twali mona iyo ba former president besubali emuche chibalelanda. Now what was wrong? Auti ba current president batampi okula lando kwati kutumpoko. I think in a parliament nichi mono kuti ba current president tabaye bere feba lungu tukutumpoko. Why bere frequency for Zambian because if we banduna chitukalipa as the father of the nation. There is no lenga bonfia ilia statement. Then bambe abantu abakundora. President arelanda tukutumpoko abantu baletota. So myself therefore Hakainde ba president ba Hakainde bashiti apology ku nation. Ilia statement balandile as a president, as a father of the nation, to say kutumpoko. What is the meaning of kutumpa? What is the meaning of kutumpa? Bafule bapero muchinchi former president. Hakainde bakotefe one former president. This one former president, eko bafule baleya mukupoka ama advise. And Hakainde, former president Edgar Lungu, sanga bwere kugwada. President Edgar Lungu tuwale mwane chale stika walupia banda ngepo bali. Walupia banda silenzo kugwada kuli Hakainde Hichilema because para position banapita pokudara. So Hakainde Hichilema fule bainda bagwada kuli former president because alina experience kuchira Hakainde Hichilema. Na advise bafunika bainda kuli Edgar Lungu batenga kuli Edgar Lungu. Mamele fintu bafunika kuchitira pano muno muziko. That's why bakangi wa bamdala. Because bankara na chija chimutima pali former president instead balangize bo chita. That's why bakangi wa bamukusunga bantu munga nina zamu sana. Then two, chintu cho tsanga bantu ma
Kantawe
constitution ya ministries batenga bantu from one region. Ushe one region ndiye mena inaba botela kubateka ku state house. Okay, if you are going to remove once to next election you are going to vote against. Abeni wako one region bademile bafaka pa position bazaba botela. Hakainde bangapita my election. So please Hakainde Hichilema, chamele nifuna ine muchiti apology ku nation because ila insult yangu tikutumpoko tamwe bere president Hakainde nani Edgar Lungu mwatukire cyalo cyonse kwe bale mfu ako kwebe shogati tamufire mwaranda fira. So apology, we need to apology.
Thank you.
Mr. Tayali.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, good evening. I think I'm a regular on your program now.
Now they will start saying that I'm paying you.
I don't care. I don't care. They should listen though. Give me, I'm asking 3 minutes, please.
I will just do 2 minutes. Just do 2 minutes
Okay,
because
fine.
there's another one that is waiting for you right now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, quick one. Thank you. I'm going to talk about the Ndola Lusaka carriageway and the scandal and what Munia Zulu has brought out. I want to remind the Zambian people that EVIC International, for the past 2 years, declared bankruptcy in the United States of America. So these things that are coming up, how can a Zambian government, give a contract to a company that declared bankruptcy in America? Then another thing is this. China has refused or is not giving any sovereign loans to Zambia. Is Zambia aware of that? Zambia should realize what's going on because it has come out that no banks in China is going to give any sovereign loans, either PPP or whatever else, to Zambia. Okay, so now we understand why they had to go for NAPSA. So Zambia should be very vigilant, watch what's going on and what's happening, because what is happening is if this company, EVIC International, gets their money from NAPSA, what happens if 2 years or 3 years down the line, this same company goes bankrupt or declares bankrupt? That means all your pension fund is gone. So you people that are just celebrating these things, start asking questions. What happens 2 years down the line, and then this project starts, and then this company declares bankruptcy? Because it's done that in America, and then what makes you think that it's not going to do it in Zambia? And that's where the corruption is smelling, because definitely, if this company has no capacity to run a project in America, how can it have capacity to finance a project in Zambia? Zambians, wake up, question your leaders. It is your right. Thank you so much. I wanted to just write that, but I'll do that on my other page as well.
Very revealing. Thank you very much. That's very important information. Thank you. Hello?
Yeah, evening, Mr. Tayali. This is Julius Caesar calling within Heart of Lusaka. Okay,
please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk 2 things about the tribalism. You know, people talk about tribalism. Sometimes people should think straight and also know that this guy, he has already shown that he's a tribal. I want to say something that the late Dr. Kaunda said, this guy, when he win, I fear he will divide the nation. Most people, you saw that prophetic word, and it has come to pass. So, people should not doubt about bitterness again. This guy, for 7 years, he didn't recognize his friend as a Republican president. Still, people think that this guy will be normal. This guy can never be normal again because he's already shown 7 years of bitterness. So, what do you expect when he has a real power? So there are 2 things. This guy is a tribalist. Second, this guy is bitter and he cannot change. Look at his followers, how he has planted. The guy has got that magnetic, how he has taught his people to be hateful. Just look at in our page, how hateful people are coming out. I don't think PF was bad like this. I know PF, there are some guys could do this, but these guys, they're just something else. So this one thing to tell the people, this guy, he can never change. For 7 years, he showed you that he's Pharaoh, and you expect him to be a saint. Second, Dr. Kaunda told you before he died, he said, this guy will divide the nation. The nation is divided. I don't think somebody who's blind cannot see it. I want to say this this evening. That's what I want to say. I'm Julius Caesar. Good night, people.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you today? I know the country is not too good. I wanted to talk about two things.
Yes.
Munia Zulu and the revelation of those two Bwanas. They must have shame. Munia Zulu is speaking to them as individuals, but they want to use government facilities to rebut what Munia Zulu has said. The other one I saw on Facebook, he was sitting with the Minister of Information rebutting Munia Zulu, then he wants to start talking about former president. The second one has written a letter rebutting Munia Zulu's claims and has used Ministry of Finance letterhead. What a shame. What a shame. If they think Munia Zulu is telling lies, why don't they give him time? 2, 3, 4 days, he comes up with whatever he has, then they can rebut, or they start challenging the documents that Munia Zulu claims he has. Secondly, I think you are doing a very good job, but what we all must do, all of us that listening to your program, must start contributing. You can into something to atumaka talk time. You know, untunga tumaka $50. It makes a lot of difference for you.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. So I'm just trying to urge once to listen into your program. It makes a very big difference.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. The third and last one. I don't know why SCC is behaving the way it is also. Their board chair says he would rather whoever is mentioned, whoever is going to be found guilty in the cases of what they are calling the inappropriation of funds, where Dick Chela is also involved.
You know?
He is saying it's so embarrassing. I mean, the man is a legal mind, and the other one is saying this, the other one is saying something else. The chair of the board is saying he would rather everybody who is mentioned goes through the same process. He doesn't want anybody to pay back. That's his opinion. The others are saying, no, those that are willing to pay must pay back. Why? Because they want to cover them. You've been mentioning a name of some guy who was an authority.
Yes.
His name is nowhere near.
Yes. Not arrested.
When you look at the people, not arrested, not even. I'm told he's still receiving his salary.
Yes.
He's just being kept somewhere, but he's got a job waiting for him somewhere. So when did this country stop vetting people when you're employing them?
Yeah.
And that guy has been he's been serving in these governments. He was in Manawasa's government.
Sir, let me pick another call.
All right. Thank you then. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Hello? 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 Yes. Good evening. Hello? Bueno. Buongiorno. Hello? Hello?
Eastern Province.
Oh, okay. Eastern Province. Kambani.
Hello, Mr. Tayali.
Yeah, Timvera.
Hello?
Timvera, Kambani.
Hello? Hello?
Timvera kambani.
Hello?
Timvera vakumawa na imwe. Tamva tikumva. Vakumawa. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, but Mwawambashan.
Wuna fena mwawombe.
Tutawambasha mtende. Ni kuwa kukulanda pabantu shori anda pari tribalism. Iya tribalism ino nkwe mwana kwandi. Kunu mokumwarira anda pabantu waremvika serious.
Yeah.
Apa ifikiri tribalism flairanga kwa Zambia na ilepuka. Kana fo shimona fie. You can see nang pama comment apa pene pre ransha. Tu amona sama comment so foi areva. Tu amona sama comment so foi areva. Amona kwa tifinta fili bueno, but otherwise tuikata nefe fine. Ero ene chimbeto ninga mitotera kupari program letere no kwa sababu nanda wotre konka na program. At least we come up with an idea. Maybe the contribution, even if 5 kwacha, can go a long way. Because now for broadcasting this broadcasting, you spend a lot. I think in a machine as part of Okulanda, but pari tribalism penetrande posane charo chala onaika. Abana besta wakakare wino for mitundu shimbi.
Na totera.
Isuma.
And just to mention, I've seen. Sorry. Yeah, thank you. I've seen Kings Malembe expressed himself, and some people are saying no. Kings Malembe supplied uniforms. I don't know if it's to the police or whatever. It is not true. Kings Malembe has never supplied anything to government. I want to take this opportunity to just clear this. Kings Malembe has never supplied anything like that, uniforms, whatever. No, it is not true. Those are just malicious statements to make Kings Malembe, to dilute the message of Kings Malembe. I think he has a point. He expressed himself, and it is not right to now start scandalizing him that he supplied uniforms and whatever. Kings Malembe never supplied anything to government, at least from my knowledge. He never supplied anything. He actually even himself made that, he spoke about that. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Thank you. Tayali.
Emkwai.
Wewe niko waeche chukutila. By placing his tribesmen in a key position of the government, thinking that is going to protect the 2026 elections, there will be no Zambia to talk about in 2026. An angry person is an angry person. That's why this is very rigged. There will be no Zambia to talk about. Inform him. He should not even be expecting that because he's putting the what they are going to protect him. The way things are going in Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll take maybe 3 more calls and then I'll close it. I'll close it there. I'll take 3 more calls and then I'll end there for tonight. So the number that you are dialing, let me take that one. I'm counting 3. So this one, yes, please go ahead.
Mr. President Tayali.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you.
Yes, boss. I'm here. I'm calling from Katete Province, boss.
Okay.
Yes. Mr. Yes. Oh, thank you very much. First of all, I just want to appreciate your program, Mr. Tayali. Gay program ya misotari ni maikonga and ni maivera mushi manini.
Zikomo.
So nizapemba tukitilize system ya mne misotari pisi itizani kamba so chatu kutitandize so watu.
Zikomo.
Then china kwa misotari nchabuti. Sitizo i government katana izala kinjago liti manini mamuri tema wekazi majino wekazi. Tuwavutika wantu.
Yeah, Timvera. Okay, let me pick this one. Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Our president, for Montreal and February, evaluation ya kwa community as blue. Concerning that 50,000 Abantu, they have been singled out individuals, not as the government. They receive money in accounts here. So if tushtekwa na mobile tushinga bata pamenso, stoko pamenso, that thing is not unacceptable. If abanye mbabalando kuti isabi yukubola yambi yakumutu. So whatever is happening in the government, the head of the state is aware of it. So today, if we are Zambians, that let them do the correct thing. Otherwise, things will be worse than we see them today. Corruption is rampant. These ministers are uncontrollable because you are saying daylight robbery, daylight stealing. We are not going to tolerate them. Come 2020, 24, 25, 26. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Papa President, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Hey, Papa President, nende kwa mungachite find out pali the mine ya Bakulwano district. Kwali wako wetati mkushikopa mine. So amawekazi barabumba badisha umpapo wa minister of mine baishitapona nkana address the mine ya wakumkushikopa mine under Rwano district.
Rwano district.
Yes, Rwano district. Kwali wa mine yali wali ni operation irabumba nokubumba. Bakikakara mfapo wa minister of mine bairanda pona ngo ya mfika.
So mlemona Tayali go.
Ndaimona Tayali go because the minister tatwa umpapo bairanda po parliament bairanda kwa mkushikopa mine under Rwano district kwa ko mine yaso. And then of you baranda ko bati mukuba ba bembapo ni umbyo fo baranda government. I don't know ngani ifo fine but barafunya kopa barasenda.
They can catch the find out. They can catch the find out, and then I'll get back to you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Tayali. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. Firstly, I want to commend you for bringing on board this program. May God bless you, Mr. Tayali. We really prayed for. Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I want to comment. Yes, sir. I want to comment on this issue of tribalism. I'm in Livingston. I'm Moses Chifunda. I'm in Livingston right now. I want to comment about the issue of Ubunga Baba.
Oh, the network is bad there.
Parts of the country and then you try to find out. Come to Livingston, sir. Ungo wale kanya kuno Livingston wale ZNS no kushtisha pa 220. Look at that, just because you're strong or diabo. aba bantu bushe babashane abana tribalism babashane abantu aba. And then over the issue of minor Zulu, corruption, abana mirupi and msokotwane, let them be brought on public. The is always. Let them bring it to the public domain. That's like they've been treating the opponents. It's not fair. Let's claim our democracy back. I'm very upset.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello. Wina from kwa mulishani. Mkwa mulishani. Oh. Kuchirongoma.
Kumairango bakono. Wadamu kulanda kopena efono kusuminicho kwabati kuli crisis muri free education baretere abana bare ikala panshi more especially when you come to Mpatamato which is in Rwanda abana bare ikala panshi muri sanga kwabati pyu teacher ratio na iba affected doro abana pa kwikala tapati kama procurement ya ma desks bane bati na bapera ama CDF ya fudi ama desk tatu defi monejo ni shaba fa mulite ni fini ba pere fu species ya mufi aba pose kwa mano ute ko rete ka pose kwa mano if the education ya mufi there is no abana bare iminina kuchere lo mwana ari mpanga 05 ukuya fya tare asange nchende taba mwikadire po bambinga bachero ku iminina fipanish abe iminina bambita bakwete na pa kuikala kulanshike tenge panch pa kusambidira so sintafiti bwino bakateka mwande nshingo tumuderana.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Natotera. Hello. Hello, volume. Weshenko volume. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
Yeah, I just want to quickly make a comment on what I saw in the newspaper today, where Mwitwa was saying that HH has not done anything wrong. If there is anything that you have seen going wrong, you should blame PF. I think like I've always held it, I think these people should be truthful enough and say they were not ready to govern. If they were ready to govern by the time they were aspiring to ascend to office, they were supposed to be to convince themselves that they had solutions to several other challenges that the country would face. Now they are in office and 2 years is gone. 2 years are gone, and today they are saying that whatever wrong that is going on today, we should keep on blaming on PF and other things. No, I think this is the worst approach that this sitting government has taken. It's very unfortunate and very sad. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello?
Oh, Tayali.
Mkwai.
Mkwai mwa chungombai.
Mkwai.
Program. We want to commend you for the good job that you are doing. In any part, request your Ninga testimony po.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm mistaken. I've been following you since 2011. You've done very well. Then, question that I wanted to find out very quickly. If you can explain that for before maybe is it the right direction for him, because that is so misleading. So not safe. Then the other thing that we are looking at is if then kulioko bali kulioko beka home house kwa beka fish bati because it's a concern. Our state money, impatient taxpayers' money. If tonto machako that indalama ingatwala kesha pali ilenganda obvious phone for to renting na bale bakateka kuya kanda kumwabo check if we ira fuma lyonse but ilenganda iya if no man for to renting ila ilenganda fwe mazambia nzishimukeni asa ko fish of yonse ngatwamo no kweba tikateka stare stefili ifi tolero kana no fwa wabantu ifintu kulanda but irasa kota fiatu ya praise singers if fiena wakana it's too much and then ngateka jeushanda ko strongly period ya LGBTQ abashala bena nani badilanda kwa bena mu7 he has never come and spoken strongly about that. So we are scared. We don't know what kind of a direction that is giving us to this country. Then the other thing is, which I'm going to accept now, is what the Dr. Kaunda spoke about, that this man will divide the nation. Then the other thing which I want to attack about again is, there is a man of God in Zimbabwe who spoke about this man to say, the recent president, he will be very... because that is a wrong thing for Zambians. There's no smoke without fire.
Thank you, Kashiandi. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, I want to make a contribution.
Please, go ahead.
UPND, they always talk about no PF this, PF that. When coming into power, the HH said it is coming to fix. And you can only fix what is damaged. So he knew what he was talking about. So let him just fix, not that PF did this, did that. We are not interested. Let the man fix. Because you can only fix something that is broken. So if he doesn't have plans, but don't talk about PF business is hard this time around. So I must tell you about that. Let him just deliver. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let him just deliver. Well, I think tonight I'm feeling kind of tired. I think I'll end the program here, and we will see what we'll talk about tomorrow. For tonight, I'm saying thank you very much for following. Thank you very much for the encouragement, and let's continue interacting. Thank you very much, and good night. May God bless you all.